Alright, welcome to Peaceful Warrior Yoga. We're still here in the beautiful Blue Mountains. The sun is trying to break through the cloud cover, and the birds are heralding the new morning. And in the background you can see some of the beautiful foliage, the garden, the plants. And of course the gardens need our attention. So often we find ourselves in the spring or the fall or the summer and the winter tending to the gardens, and that's going to create certain aspects, certain experiences in the human body. So we'll just start by stretching out the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades, dropping the shoulders. And rather than super arching the back, tuck it a little bit so you feel a little core engagement. So often when we get involved in activities like gardening, we forget to pay attention to the body. And over time we start to realize parts of the body are calling for our attention. So I always like to start with the attention on the core, not overarching the back, because the low back will start to experience pain. Gently rotate the palms up and notice the movement that brings into the shoulder blades. Rotate the palms down. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades, and then bring the hands up to stop signs. Notice what that does. And sweeping that left arm in front of you, hook the elbows and hug the shoulder and pull the shoulder down. So in our centering today, in our beginning, just noticing the shoulders, the arms, the joints, the elbows, the wrists, the forearms. Open and close that left hand, closing it into a fist and then opening it, spreading the fingers, palm up. Keeping the elbows locked, bring the hands together into eagle arms. Lift the chin, arch the back, and exhale, gently drop the chin and round the back, bringing the head towards the ground. Breathe into the sensations. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, release and notice. Notice the sensations that linger in the arm and shoulder and back. And notice that first breath when you release the pose. Extending both arms out, palms down. Squeeze the shoulders, blades together, and shoulders back and down. Reverse the palms to the sky. Watch overarching of the back, tuck the tailbone slightly, and stop signs. Sweeping the right arm across, grabbing that left shoulder. Pull it down, hook elbows, and pull both shoulders down. And then keep extending that right arm out, pulling that left shoulder down. Release the neck a little bit. Let's drop that left ear towards the left shoulder, keeping that right side of that neck extended. That's it. Bring the head to neutral, lock the elbows and bring the hands together. Lift the chin, arch the back. Take a deep, slow breath in, and as you exhale, bend forward, rounding, bringing the head towards the ground. Inhale, slowly come up, release, relax, breathe and notice. And start to roll the shoulders up, back and down, creating a nice circular motion here. And the other way. Extend the arms out, palms into stop signs, and create circles here. Small circles with the hands. Other way. And then palms face up. Reach the hands up and slightly in front, touch the fingers and open out. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring back out. And this time dropping the hands to the side of the body. Bring that left hand up and over, creating a little contraction on that right side. And then stretch and reach. And then switch to the other side. Lift up, contraction. Let the ear come down a little bit. Feel the core stabilize you. Now stretch. Reach. Let's do 5 of those. There's 1. Left hand. Contraction, ear down. Reach. Other side. And reach. So in the beginning, it's just a contraction, a piece of core stabilization, then the stretch. Other side. Let's do 2 more on each side. Last one. And then release. And then bringing the hands out 90 degrees. Arms up. Goddess. Down. 2. 3, 4, 5, and then up, and this time reaching straight out in front of the heart. Let's exaggerate that by turning the hip and reaching. Now bring the hip back to neutral and feel that reach without the hip movement. So we're just moving from the waist, just core stabilization. Come back. Switch to the other side. Resist the temptation to move the hip, just the waist. Back, 2, back, 2, back, 3, back, 3, back, 4, back, 4, back, 5, back, 5, and back. Nice. And release. All right, shake that out and we'll come onto all fours. Little cat and cow here. And with the hands, spread the hands comfortably wide, not over exaggerating, not overstretching. Rotate the elbows forward. Tighten the arms, lift the head, arch the back. Tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in, round the back, drop the shoulders open, drop the chin. Relax the twist in the arms. And then repeat. Rotate elbows, lift, arch, tighten. Round and stretch the back. Drop the chin. Continue with cat and cow. We've got a magpie there looking curious about what to do. Giving us a little song. Sometimes they can look a little intimidating, those birds. They're quite big. Good morning, chaps. We're doing some yoga here. Extending the right leg back, drop the ball of the foot, push out through the heel and get a nice stretch there. Lift the back of the leg up, toe points down. Keep rolling that right hip to the right. And we're just going to lift and lower that leg several times, up and down. The next time you lift, pause and then bring the knee towards the chest and round and back. Push out through the heel, lift the head and back. They have a lovely song, don't they? Now a little bout. If I can get a word in here edgeways with these guys. Put the left hand out to the left, lean into the left knee, and lift that right arm up into a balanced pose. We're just going to lower and drop that right leg. Now the next time you lift, can you grab the ankle and pull it back towards you? Bring that top shoulder back. Lift that knee a little more. Feel the quadriceps stretch. Exhale, release, come back. Slowly make your way back to child pose, let everything go. Come on up to cat and cow. Remember tightening those arms by trying to rotate the hands, but the hands don't move, which rotates the elbows forward. And then pause with cat and cow. Rotate the hands 90 degrees so the fingers point to the edge of the mat, thumbs point forward, and simply rock from side to side. Just feeling that stretch sensation in the forearms. Back to cat and cow. Hands rotate forward, extend that left leg back and push through the heel bone. Lift and lower that left leg. Toes point down the whole time. Keep rolling that left hip. The next time you lift, pause, and then bringing the knee to the chest, head towards the knee, and extend. The next time you extend, leaning into the right knee, right hand, adjusting the position of that right hand, and lifting that left hand to the sky. Find your balance point here. Lift and lower that left leg up and down in that balance. The next time you lift, bending the knee, capture the foot or ankle and start to pull it back towards the buttocks, lifting the knee, squeezing the shoulder back, opening up the heart and chest. Exhale, slowly release. Make your way back to child pose. And then back to cat and cow. Rotate the hands 90 degrees, fingers to the side, thumbs point, and rock from side to side. And the next time you rock to the right, push the right hip out and look over the right shoulder. See if you can see your hip. Other direction. And then rotate the hands another 90 degrees so the fingers point back towards the knees. Thumbs point out to the side. And continue cat and cow. Feel the stretch in the forearms here. And then slowly walk the hands back, come down into Vajrasana, shaking out the hands. Rolling the shoulders. And back. Rotating just the hands now. Good. Rotate the other way. Close fists and drop the knuckles towards the floor so you feel the top of the forearms stretch out. Make stop signs, fists and drop the knuckles. Stop signs, fists and drop the knuckles. Come back onto all fours. The right hand is going to be a gorilla hand, so the back of the wrist is on the ground. The left hand is flat on the floor. And just practice rotating elbows without moving the hand, so the hand locks, but you're trying to rotate the elbows like you would in cat and cow. Rotate and release, rotate and release, rotate and release. And then with that right hand, make gorilla fists. Close the hands, open, close, open, close, open. Shake out that right hand, change hands. Left hand is gorilla. Start with elbow rotations. Rotate, release, rotate, release, rotate, release. Left hand gorilla fist. Open and close. Taking out that left hand. Come back to cat and cow. Now curl the toes of the feet, lift the knees, and push back into a bent knee downward dog. So keeping the knees bent, really push the hips back. Imagine someone pulling your hips back. Feel a stretch through the ribs, into the armpits. And then slowly push the heels towards the ground, endeavoring to keep those hips back. Keep the arms long, spine long. And then lift that left foot to the sky and tap the floor. Left foot high, left foot tap. Left foot high, left foot tap. Up and down. The next time you lift the left foot, sweep it through to the left hand and drop the right knee. Keep the hands under the heart. I like to have my left foot outside the left hand. It keeps the stance nice and wide. Look up, look down. Look up, feel the low back arch, feel that right hip flexor open. Look down, feel the hips go back, rounding the back. And let that movement grow. And as it grows, as the hips go back, start to feel that left hamstring. We're going to keep doing this, eventually bringing the buttocks all the way back to the back heel by walking the hands back. And you can use blocks here as a way to support yourself as you come back onto that back heel, or hands, or just take the whole weight sitting on that back heel. Toes of the left foot curls back. Reach for the toes with both hands, dropping the head. And then slowly making your way back into dragon pose, hands on the ground. Point the toes of the right foot. Lean forward, bringing the weight over that front foot. Now the left knee can come well past the toes. That's okay, because you're not bringing a lot of weight into that left knee or left ankle. Now curl the toes of the right foot and lift the right knee. Push back through the right heel. Keep the weight in the hands so there's no strain on that left knee. Now keeping that warrior one stance with the back heel lifted, bring both hands to that front thigh. So head up, over, shoulders over hips. And we're going to bring that right hand up and down a few times, just up and down. Just working that right shoulder. And then bring that right arm back and round in a big circle. Back and round. Other direction. And then bring that hand down, step back, downward dog. Whoa. Right leg raises and taps. lubricating that right hip, left leg strong. And then sweep that right foot through to the right hand, to the outside of the right hand. Drop the left knee, hands under the heart. Lift the head, drop the head. Lift the head, hips come forward and down. Drop the head, hips go back, and the back rounds. Grow the movement, feeling that right hamstring start to lengthen. Eventually making your way until the buttocks comes back to the back foot. Remember, you can use blocks or hands to support you. Toes curled back on that right foot. Reach forward for that right foot. Head towards knee. Slowly come up. Make your way towards dragon pose. So both hands under the heart. Weight comes forward into the hands. Left foot, toes point back. And then bringing toes curl to the left foot, lift the left knee. Push back through the left heel. Still weight in the hands. And then taking the hands onto that front thigh. Feel your warrior two legs. Left shoulder, reach up and down. Up and down. And then bringing that left hand back, we're going to do big full circles here. Whoop. Other way. And then big step back, downward dog. Dropping the knees, come to child pose. Grab hold of the heel bones into embryo. Keep the chin tucked as you lift the hips, coming into rabbit pose, and then back to embryo. Keep holding the heels the whole time. So you feel that stretch in the low back, shoulders come away from the neck, and then back. Just pulsing between those two movements. Rounding the back, releasing the round, pulling on the heels. And then making sure you have a strap handy. In fact, I'm going to bring the strap over around my neck for now, so it's nice and handy. Curl the toes, push the hips back, downward dog. Right foot high to the sky, three-legged dog. Big step forward with that right foot. And drop the left heel onto the mat behind the right heel. And then slowly come up to warrior two. And in warrior two, cross the elbows, right elbow underneath left, pull the shoulders down. And bring the hands together into eagle arms. Release into warrior two. And then grab the strap with that left hand and bring it behind your back. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. Just grab hold of your t-shirt or your shirt. Right hand's going to grab the left elbow and try to align it behind the head. And then reach around and grab the strap with the right hand from below. Coming into cow face pose. Turn the head to the right. Whew. Breathing, of course, the whole time. Now release the strap around the neck or shoulders. Warrior two, straighten the front leg. Hands on hips. And simply lean that right ear down towards the right knee and back up. So we're opening up the groin here. Lean and back up. Lean and back up. The next time you lean, dangle that right arm, lift the left. Feel your triangle. Inhale, come back up, warrior two, and sweep that left hand down to the mat and step back, downward dog. Left foot high to the sky, three-legged dog. Big step forward. Dropping right heel behind left foot. Come up, warrior two. Lock elbows, left elbow underneath. Pull the shoulders down. Bring the hands together, eagle arms. Release to warrior two, perhaps grabbing that strap with the right hand. Dangle behind the back, grabbing the right elbow and just leveraging the right elbow behind the head. Left arm reaches behind for the strap. Cow face pose on this side, turning the head to the left. Straightening the arms. Warrior two. straightening the front leg and just leaning forward, or hands on hips, leaning forward, left ear towards left knee and back up. Just opening up that left groin. Dropping the left hand triangle. You can let the strap go at this point. Coming back through Warrior Two, Downward Dog. And then coming to the knees into Child Pose. And then walking the hands back, coming into Vajrasana, clasping both hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows, lift the chin, and then roll belly down the thighs, forehead to the mat, lifting the arms up. Tuck the chin, come onto the crown of the head, lift the hips a bit more, lift up the arms a bit more. And then slowly come onto the forehead, roll the belly back up the thighs, arms behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then release the hands, let the hands drift back to the thighs, palm up. And come onto a seat. I'm going to use a rolled up towel to tilt the pelvis forward. I like to use the burrito roll. Sitting on the edge of your seat. So you have that forward tilt of the pelvis. Have your strap handy. Extend both legs out. Curl the toes back. Hinge forward. Turn the head to the left. Shoulders back and down. Turn the head to neutral, turn the head to the right. Without hunching the shoulders, turn the head 3 or 4 more times left and right. Keep driving out through the heel bones. The next time the head comes to neutral, walk the hands back up the thighs so you come into a more vertical or upright position and reach both hands behind the head. Clasp the fingers, wrap the forearms around the skull and open up. Wrap, open, wrap, open, wrap and squeeze, and then lift the back of the skull. As if you're trying to lengthen the spine, lift up, sit up, squeeze and lift. Slowly release as you bring that right knee into the right foot into the left thigh, right knee on the ground or supported by a pillow or a cushion. Strap up the left foot. Give it a nice floss, nice strong floss. Toes curled back, hinge forward and back up. Hinge forward and back up. Just a little dynamic opening of that left hip. Come back up. Take the right hand behind the back and grab hold of your strap with that right hand behind the back. So it creates a twist. That right shoulder's coming back. Left hand crosses over and grabs the thigh or the knee to leverage the twist a little more deeply. Shoulders back and down. Sit upright as you turn the head to the left and then the head to the right. Continue moving the head left and right at the speed of the breath. Inhaling the head to neutral, exhaling the head one direction or the other. Shoulders back and down, sit up tall. Drive out through that left foot, left heel. Bring the head to neutral and hold the twist. Keep the shoulders back and down. Float the right hand up to the face and come into alternate nostril breathing here. Stay with the breath. Keep driving out through the right heel bone as you breathe. One nostril, then the other. And the next time you exhale through that left nostril, release the practice. And we're going to change sides. Once you've strapped up that right foot, start with hinging forward and backward. Just opening up the right groin, right hip. You can floss that right foot a few times as well. Walk your hands down towards the foot. Hold the stretch. Toes curled back. And as you come upright, reach that left hand behind the back to secure the strap, bringing the left shoulder back, turning to the left. Keep driving out through that right foot. Right hand grips, anchors, holds the left knee or thigh. Shoulders back and down, sit up nice and tall. Keep driving out through the right heel, left shoulder back as you start to begin head rotations, left and right, at the speed, synchronizing with your breath. Keep the toes curled back on that right foot. Resist the temptation to hunch the shoulders. Now the next time you come to neutral, we're going to bring that right hand up to the face. Alternate nostril breathing. So using the breath, the attention on the breath in this shape, and with conscious relaxation, feeling the nervous system move towards a state of meditation. Letting go of effort, sitting up tall, relaxed shoulders. Deep, slow, gentle breaths. Aware of the sensations of each breath in the nostril. And the new sensations in the other nostril. The next time you exhale through the right nostril this time, release the technique. Let the body organically unwind itself, release the strap. And bring the soles of both feet together. Find the edge of your seat once again. You can massage the arches if you like, and start to lean forward and backward, a little dynamic, this time into both hips. We can keep the chin up off the chest for now. The next time you come forward, pause and hold. Shoulders back and down, lengthen through the spine as you drop the chin towards the chest. And then lift the chin up. Drop the chin down. Lift the head and the chin up. Down. and up. Slowly come up and pick the knees up. And come onto your back. Have a block handy. Or a bolster. Start with the knees together, feet apart, TP. Feel the low back traction out. Walk the feet a little closer to the hips, knees shoulder width apart. Lift the hips and lower the hips. Lift the hips, lower the hips. Lift and lower. The next time you lift, pause and hold. Keep the back of the neck long. Lift the hips a little more. Then take your bolster or block underneath the hips, come into a supported bridge. Pick both knees up towards the ribs. Hug the knees in towards the ribs. And then heels to heaven. Take both hands, push against the thighs just above the knees. And keep the legs pushing back against the hands, hands against the thighs. Keep breathing as you do this. Toes curled back. And then open the thighs and close the thighs. Open and close. Abduct, adduct. Hips. Open, close. The next time you open, bring the hands to the inner thighs and support that adductor stretch. Bend the knees, let the shins dangle. And then extend the legs, extend the knees, push out through the heels, toes curled back. Dangle. Extend. Dangle, extend, bring the legs back together, hands beside you. Now bring that right foot in front of the left foot so you cross. You squeeze the inner thighs. And then switch sides, left in front of right. Switch, switch, keep switching. And then slowly bend the knees. Hug the elbows towards, knees towards the ribs. Then extend the legs to the sky. Point and flex the toes. Let the hands reach for the sky, point and flex the fingers, joining in with the toes. Rotate ankles, rotate wrists. Rotate the other way. Windshield wiper feet, windshield wiper hands. And then keeping the legs in the air, just rest into inverted Shavasana. Inverted Shavasana. So legs are in the air, upper body relaxed. And stay as long as you like in inverted Shavasana. And when you're ready, bring the feet to the ground. Lift the hips, remove your prop. And take the next 5 to 10 breaths to find a seat. Find your own journey to your own seat. No rush. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.